Good morning. It is Sunday, November 24th. I forgot to record this before my run, so I'm a little out of breath. And it's pretty windy, and there's an airplane flying overhead. Not a great combo, but I'm making it work. Okay, so we start the turkey trot tonight at 9 p.m. Pacific. I had the bright idea yesterday that Shaylee and I should make Elphaba and Galinda chickens because I saw the video of, sorry, I'm about to spin you around, of Knitting Tree LA's booth at SoCal Fiber Fair. So I saw that and I was like, oh, we should do that, like preparing, because Shaylee and I are going to go see, with Mom, we're going to go see Wicked on next Sunday, not today, but a week from now. So I was like, we should make Elphaba and Glinda chickens. So that's what we're doing. But I asked Shaylee and she said that I can make the Elphaba hat for my chicken ahead of time because it's like a bonus piece. It's like additional accoutrement that isn't part of the chicken. So she said I can make the hat ahead of time. So I'm gonna make the hat ahead of time. I'm making Elphaba. Because of course I'm Elphaba to her Glinda. So that's great. Which I realized was gonna be kind of tricky because the one that Knitting Tree I made, one was knitting, two was mostly green, but Elphaba's skin is green, so I didn't want to have like a naked chicken. So mine's gonna be mostly black because she wears a black dress basically the whole show. And then I'm just gonna do little, probably maybe neck rings of green, and then obviously a green face. So it's mostly black, which is harder for me to crochet with. So I'm gonna make the hat today. I'm gonna cake up my black yarn. I'm almost out of black yarn too because I used it on the Tranquility baby blanket that I just gifted on Thursday. The new parents loved it. I barely finished the blanket in time, but it was perfect because their little one's theme, nursery theme, is forest and like forest animals. So it went super great. Like the colors were perfect. I picked pretty neutral colors, so it would work basically with almost any theme. Because I went with black, white, and gray, which I know aren't. No, white's a traditional baby color, but like black and gray aren't. But I don't know, I didn't want to go for like the pale pink, pale blue situation. Oh, they are having a boy. But, yes, so there's that. I don't know, I gotta cake it up. Tonight's goal is to do the triangle underbellies before I go to bed. I went to bed early last night so I could stay up later tonight and not be so sleepy. So we'll see how that goes. But the goal is to do the 2 triangle underbellies today, as well as the hat, but that doesn't count. And then see how much yarn I can use up. Because really I'm trying to stash bust this. We've bought nothing for this challenge, what have you. Sorry, I'm crossing the street trying to not get clocked by a car. We bought nothing, trying to bust the stash. We have separate goals. I mean, we both want to win, but we have separate goals. Shaylee is trying to make 100 FOs by the end of the year. I'm not close enough. I'm at like 68. There's no way I'm coming up with 32 FOs by the end of the year, especially because I'm starting a blanket in December. So my goal is to use up 68 skeins of yarn by December 31st. So I think if I do 2 a day for this turkey trot, then I think I put myself in a good position for December. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. That's the goal. I'll check in later to show you how my little witch hat is going. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. I think Shaylee's doing a pink chicken, so she's doing movie Galinda, not musical Galinda. And I read the book like, oh my gosh, like 20 years ago, so I can't remember what she wears in the book, like the original, not the original. I also did read The Wizard of Oz, but like the Gregory Maguire, a source material for Wicked. I can't remember what she wears. I'm sure I could ask the internet, but anyway, mine's easier because it's black, but it's also crocheted with black yarn. So, well, that'll be an interesting challenge. All right, off to go get ready for the day. Okay, so I made the hat for my egg faba chicken, and then I started to make the cape, but then I looked at a bunch of other pictures of chickens with capes, and I realized that the cape covers like the whole body of the chicken, so I don't really want to make the cape, so I'm not going to. So I tore out the cape that I had made, and I'm not doing that anymore. I am making just the body. I found a bunch of yarn, a bunch of green, basically all the green yarn that I own, and I'm working on that, and we start at 9 tonight. It's 4 o'clock. Check in. Okay, so I have started to work on the tail, and that black fluffy yarn is kind of the worst. So I'm not loving it at all, but I do want to use it up, and it is also it's the appropriate color. I look like this because it's raining and I'm going on a walk with my daughters. I think this is the little umbrella that you can see. So I'm working on it some more. I've determined a system called I need to stretch more. So whenever I use a skein of yarn, I'm gonna do some sun salutations. Your sister wants to keep walking, buddy.
I don't want to.
Well, we gotta keep going. We're a team. Come on, honey.
No.
All right, gotta go. Okay, it's just after 10 o'clock. And I finished my first skein of yarn. I'm doing my chores. I finished my first skein of yarn, and it was Noro single ply that I got from Lofty Loos in Placerville, California, when Shaylee and I were on the Sierra Nevada yarn crawl, and I don't like it. Hold on, kids are yelling. Okay, I'm back. We had a scuffle on how many Christmas cards each of us was allowed to write, but we're back now. So it's Noro single ply. I don't like it, but I actually have 2 skeins fit, which is upsetting because that means I have to do more of it, right? Which I don't want to do. But I've used all of it for at least 1 skein, which is not too bad. And I am through almost done with the first half of the feather. So doing good. Shaylee's already there, but she's been working all morning. So if I can catch up to her now, then we're basically in the same place. I'm using this fluffy yarn, which I think that's honestly the problem, is the fluffy yarn is slowing me down immensely. So if I can get through the fluffy yarn, then maybe I won't be slowed down and it won't be terrible. I'm also attempting to do some chores while I'm at this. So I have this whole do a chore, work on the thing. Do a chore, work on the thing. So it's going all right. But all right, I've sufficiently taken stuff out of the dish rack and now I have to walk around my kitchen. So gotta go. Day 2 of turkey trotting. Okay, so I finished egg faba last night and it went pretty well. She has kind of a lumpy tail because the Noro single ply I was using was thicker than all the other yarn, so it made the gauge weird, but that's okay because I love how she turned out. I love that she's kind of I held it mostly double the whole time, so it's like black with green undertones instead of just bright green, because I thought that was too on the nose. And I liked the the patchwork style of some of her outfits, and just kind of that steampunk look that Wicked the musical, not the movie because I haven't seen it yet, has. So I really liked that. So it came out great. I finished like maybe 5 minutes before Shaylee, but that's because she had a really long work event. So I think this is the one and only time that I'm ahead. But that's fine, because whatever. My goal is 3 chickens this week. I've already done 1. So if I can get 2 done, I can get Tuesday, Wednesday, that's today, Tuesday. If I can do 1 on Tuesday, Wednesday, and then 1 Thursday, Friday, that's 3. And then maybe I can start a 4th, so maybe 4. 3 or 4 is kind of the realistic goal. I counted my finished objects because Shaylee is trying to get to 100 finished objects by the end of the year. I'm at 73, which is pretty good. I don't think I can do 27 between now and, I mean, I could if I hadn't already made choices about what I was making. Like if I made a chicken every day, I absolutely could. Or if I made little gnomies, I absolutely could. But we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Realistically, I'll probably have 80 by the end of the year. But I also, what's it called? I have 8 blankets. So that's a lot. That's a lot of speed knitting and crocheting. My hands are a little bit tired. It's using that like art fluffy yarn. I just have so much of it, and it's never going to get used for anything other than a chicken. So I just kind of want to use it up and like be done with it. I think the name of the game today is to use up all the scraps, because I'm realizing I'm much more motivated when it's scrappy instead of a big skein. Because then I'm like always marking off. I'm like, ooh, done, ooh, done, ooh, done. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, I think that's the plan. Is to have kind of a really, really wacky, scrappy chicken this time. Because the alphabet one, while I love how it turned out, and it's so cute, I was really bored of green and black. And I have like no green and black yarn left in stash. I have 1 skein of green yarn left in stash, and that's it. I'm saving it for a friend's baby sweater. So even though I really like green, I think it's because I really like green, so I use it all the time. I used, let's see, 4. Yeah, I used 4 skeins out of stash yesterday, and 2 of them, 2 more are basically ready to be out of stash. I just need to, there's like maybe like 4 or 5 grams each, so I need to put them in the scrappy blanket and then wind them onto Shaylee's magic knot ball. But I'm not doing that because you don't want to waste precious chickening time doing those things. Granted, I'm talking to you and going on a run, but that's fine. I have to take chicken breaks. I did my system of doing a sun salutation every time, 3 rounds of sun salutation every time I finish a skein. It was a good breakup of the things. It helped me stay like stretched. My shoulder's a little tight, but nothing that isn't normal. Today my daughter has preschool, so I have to take her to preschool. Then I have to drop a check off of See's Candy because I'm the fundraising mom at my other daughter's elementary school. And we didn't want to wait for the check to be mailed because we need the thing to be delivered. But I can't pick up the chocolate because it's a lot of chocolate. Like, it won't fit in my car. We've done it before. Daniel and I, before we had the girls, tried to pick up the See's Candy chocolate because I wanted it faster. And it filled his car and my car, and we didn't have car seats at the time. And I think this might be more. And we didn't live on top of a hill. Like, I don't even know if my poor little engine could do it, because chocolate is heavy, fast, right? Because there's like the 2-pound boxes, and it's heavy. So then we pick up Len from school, and then that's it. And then we're hanging out. I get to just knit and hang out with the girls all day, and that's about it. So hopefully my goal is to get the feathers done before lunch today. Yeah, that's the feathering goal. I've learned that I like the feathers a lot more if I switch colors in between making them. Like each feather for the tail is a different color. I find it much more exciting. Oh, I sewed Alphaba inside out, but whatever. I did stuff her because I want to take a picture with her. The other ones I won't stuff. Yeah, I think that's it. I wish I got to see my sister's vlogs as we went to get her confessional opinions as we're going, but I think she might actually get 2 chickens done today. I think she could do it. She says she doesn't have that much to do at work, so I think she might try and blitz it. I have no ambitions of blitzing it. It's not going to work out, at least specifically not today, because I've got at least 2 hours of driving I have to do with my girls, and that kind of thing. So we'll see. Talk to you later. I've decided I don't want to use my art yarn today, so today I'm making a pink scrappy chicken instead. I'll just put a pin in the feather I did and save it for the next chicken. Okay, so turkeying is not going well today at all. I'm still on the feathers and it's like 2 o'clock. I don't know what happened, but I hit like a turkey block, like writer's block. I guess it's knitter's block, I guess is what you would call it. But I had to sew bags for the Etsy shop, and then started to think of all the things that I needed to do for the Black Friday Etsy sale, and then just got overwhelmed. So I don't know, I got like paralyzed with all the amount of stuff that I needed to do for the Etsy store and a bunch of other stuff, and for swaps and stuff, which I'm really excited about swaps, but then I ended up working on swaps and organizing my yarn and sorting through a bunch of bags that I want to destash. So yeah, that ended up happening. So I think I'm in a better place now. I've gotten a bunch of stuff on my to-do list done. I noticed that when I start to feel overwhelmed by like the things that I have to do, if I write it all down and then can like step by step go through the to-do list of each thing that I need to do, even if the to-do list is like 4 pages long, I feel fine about it. Once I've got it all written down, I think it's when it's like swirling around inside my mind, then it feels like it's more than it actually is. So this is one of the bags for the shop. I'm about to go photograph it. I just clipped the threads, put the drawstrings on, and so I've got that update going. I don't have everything sewn for it, but I at least have enough to take photos, and then I might chaotically do the thing where I sew it as I go. So yeah, there's that as well. But so I've got 5 bags. Well, I might as well show you these cute ones. These go on sale on December 1st when you'll probably see this. I have these, which I really like. It's like a wintry theme. My daughter loved these peppermints. They're super happy, super peppy. And this feels like classic Christmas. These are flannel too, so they're nice and cozy. And then this one, I think this one's my favorite. It's pink, and it's a pink gingerbread house. They're super cute. I love them a lot. So that's what I'm working on. Dad has some more fabric, and then I think I've got more sewing to do too. But I'm feeling good about it. I'm feeling good. I feel much better about the to-do list and the things that I have to do. And if I fall behind on the chickens, that's fine. I did end up doing what my sister did and like putting them into like, I guess I put them in project bags, but put them like separated out which yarn was for which chicken. It's looking like there's enough for 4 more chickens plus the one I'm currently working on. So 6 that was total in the bag. I won't finish 6, but hopefully I'll get through a decent amount. It's going pretty well. All right, I gotta go outside and take photos, and my children are, if you can hear them, they're playing outside on the thing. They're right there, I can't see them. So anyway, I will see you in a bit. Hopefully made more turkey progress. Good morning, turkey trot day 3. So I had a fit yesterday about my funfetti, the party chicken, and I put it aside for like half the day. I didn't even work on chickens until like 2 because I was having a little temper tantrum about it. So I didn't. I sewed, I worked on stuff for the shop. That was great. And then I picked up, I just started again with the pink chicken because I was like, you know what? This funfetti chicken, it's not making me happy. It's giving me drama. So I'm just not gonna do it. So I didn't. And then I felt better about it. So I almost finished my pink scrappy chicken. I just have the head left to do. And I just didn't feel like doing it last night. So I didn't. And also took a break and feel really good about coming to it in the morning. My goal was 3 chickens for the week. I'm already at 2 and it's only day 3, so I'm feeling pretty all right about it. I've stash busted at least 10 skeins of yarn, so that's coming out really great as well. Yeah, and I did solve the issue with Funfetti, the party chicken. My hook was too small, so it was hurting my hands, and it was being challenging to work with. So I have this problem when I crochet that I forget that hook size matters, and I think I can crochet with any hook with any yarn, which obviously makes no sense. So I switched up the hook size, and that's a lot better now. And it's hard to tell like what weight of yarn I'm creating because I'm holding it with that like art yarn from the early 2000s. I'm holding it double with that, and it's this like cotton yarn from like the 70s. So it doesn't have a weight label on it either, or if it did, it's like torn off or like with faded. So I don't know what weight of yarn I'm creating when I hold them together, which then makes it hard to determine hook size. But I don't know hook size like I know needle size for knitting. Like I know that I can use anything a 2 or below for fingering. I can use a 2 through a 4 for DK. This is my gauge. Other people's gauge is different. And then I can kind of figure out the gauge after that, right? But I don't do that. Morning. So that's a problem. Anyway, that's where I am. I think I'm gonna slow burn Funfetti, the party chicken, and just work on him when I feel like it, because it doesn't eat up a bunch of yarn, so it doesn't feel like I'm making a bunch of progress on it, because the Funfetti yarn, the art yarn that I'm using it's a really big, it's lace weight, I think, but it's a really big bowl, and I have 2 of it, so I'm like, I'm making no progress, and this is not fun. So, yes, there's that. But I am I finished the second little feather of it. In my head, there were 6 feathers. I was talking with Kaylee last night for like 2 hours, and we both agreed that the feathers on the tail feel like they're taking the longest. And then after that, it's so fast. So yeah, I also feel like the head takes a really long time. So for today, let's see, what do I have to do today? We have to make our balloons for our Thanksgiving Day parade float. I have to make pie, so I can't forget to make the pie. Trying to tame this little flyaway that's not having it. And I'm taking the girls to the dentist. So it'll be kind of a busy day, but that's okay. I do have more sewing to do for the shop update, and I actually feel a lot better now that my sister is in front of me, which is crazy, right? Because for a bit we were pretty close together and I was trying to catch up to her, but now that she's clearly in front of me, I'm like, chilling. Like, I'm not going to catch up to her. So I'm like, this is easy. It's fine. Now I'm working on getting to my own goal of 3, which is, at this point, I think it's pretty doable, unless something pops up. But I think it's going to be great. It's pretty cold. Oh, and my step counts are a mess because Chaley gets step counts from crocheting. Like her watch registers her taking steps as crocheting, or crocheting as taking steps, but mine doesn't. Thus, I am behind on my step counts. I barely made it last night. Yeah, it's a problem. It's a big problem. So I'm like, dang it, this is not working out, man. But maybe I'll get more because I'm making pie today. I hope so. Yeah, I hope that's the case. And Kaylee says we can't work on our chickens during Thanksgiving. I'm gonna bring mine anyway, though. See what happens. They are kind of hard to pay attention to. Like, they require thinking, so I am gonna bring another like mindless project, which I'm kind of looking forward to a break with the chickens. I know I've only made like 1.75 of a chicken, but I don't usually crochet this much. I usually knit much more, but we'll see. We'll see. All right, talk to you later. Bye. Okay, it's about 9 a.m. and I am making pie and unloading the dishwasher. I've knit. I've crocheted no, what's it called? No chickens yet, but I have a plan. I think it's gonna be all right. I hope. I always do that thing where I forget that my Pillsbury pie crust needs to come to room temperature for 15 minutes. So I get all set up to make pie, and then I can't make it because now I have 15 minutes to kill while I'm thawing it. We are making a pumpkin as well as an apple. Kids are playing. So yes, but anyway, I think I gotta go. But I've made no chicken progress. I'm one of those people who likes to do all of their like chores and things in the morning time. So I like get to cross off a bunch of stuff off my to-do list right away, which is nice, but that also means I make no progress all morning. So we'll see how that goes. The dreaded 360 cups. Lenny still uses them, and it's all right, but hopefully we'll phase those out soon. Lottie's got her camera and is taking photographs of me, which is exciting. Anyway, gotta go. Good morning. It is Thanksgiving. It is very cold here. It is 35 degrees Fahrenheit. Water freezes at 32 degrees Fahrenheit, so it's almost freezing. This is about as cold as it gets in California around 8 a.m. We never really drop below. I think the coldest I've ever seen it when I was trying to get up ready to go to run was 30. We don't really drop below. We drop maybe to 28 at nighttime, but that's about it. So I'm bundled up to go on a run. I have my messy bun hat, which is actually, I guess, a messy ponytail hat right now. These were all the rage in 2017, 2018, and everybody was making them and everybody was wearing them, and I haven't seen them come back for a long time. They're a little bit silly, but they are perfect for running, especially because I have significantly long hair. So I don't like the hair on my neck if I was wearing it in braids with a beanie on. And it kind of keeps my hat in place because my hair is back there. So I like it. It's helpful. It does not maintain your hairstyle though. That was part of it, was oh, you could put it on and then your bun would stay intact. Well, your hair still looks like hat head when you pull it off, but this is about warmth. So I am wearing flannel underneath and my running jacket and my puffy vest. It's actually not that bad. It's been worse. I think the vest is really helping. I also like moved my body around the house. Like I helped the girls get dressed and was doing a bunch of stuff before I left. So I think that helps that my body was kind of warming up and I wasn't going from just like laying down to going. I had dreams of running a 5K today, but it's 7:30 now. I procrastinated for a while because I saw how cold it was. So I was waiting for like the sun to come up. So I don't have time to get a 5K done and get the girls ready. They want fancy Thanksgiving hair, so I'll have to do that. But let's see, I didn't finish a turkey last night. I'm not close to finishing a turkey, but I'm in the middle of 2 turkeys. So I finished the tail pieces of 2 separate turkeys. Because I realized that the tail pieces are my least favorite part to do. So I figured I would just bust them out and then have 2 turkeys. So that's what I'm doing. I've used up a bunch of yarn, feeling really great about it. I think this month I've used like 20 skeins of yarn. So I'm feeling really great about my stashing down. I did get some yarn in. I got, I think it's 4 skeins from For You to Dream. It's a Christmas box. We won it in a prize giveaway for Alindria Knits Fall Into Socks knit along, which I really think Chaylee won it because Chaylee was the one who like knit all the socks. I knit like 2 pairs of socks this fall, and Chaylee knit like 8 because she was on her. Chaylee knits more socks than I do in general, but I know she likes to use socks as her like on the go knitting, and the fall is really busy for her with travel, so I know she was really like socks and chickens was like the rotation for her. So I think she won the prize, but they were super generous, and we both have what's it called, mini skein boxes. They're Christmas themed. I think I've seen them, but I'm trying to forget it from my mind until Sunday. They're really cute. I'm using mine for the Nana's Visit, the gnome knit along for December, and I'm not sure what Chaylee's using hers for. They're probably going into her stash, but Chaylee doesn't count mini skeins as stash, so it counts as 0 for her, and I'm using mine right away, so it'll count as 0 for me really quick. So that's great. Yes, I am trying to get under 300 skeins of yarn by the end of the year, which is really, really tricky because I ordered yarn. This is actually the first time I've ordered yarn for myself in like 6 months. I ordered yarn from Granite State Yarns, which I'm really excited for. It's a monthly club. I haven't done a monthly club since we did Hypnotic, which is Yarnable, a long time ago. Chaylee still does it, but I don't. So that's coming. I saw the label that it shipped. It's DK weight though, so I think I can bust through it. And then usually we get yarn from our uncle for Christmas, and Chaylee and I are doing this big yarn swap for Christmas as well, and I'm in 2 yarn swaps. We do one every year that is hosted by Courtney and McKaylee and Anna. They are Shea Crochet, Breaking Yarn, and Zebra Yarns. So that's exciting. But I feel like it might be a net 0 because what's it called? I'm giving skeins 2 in the swap, and then I'm doing another swap with Rachel of Pearls and Polish. She's got a really great podcast here on YouTube too. So I'm swapping that too. So I'm hoping that comes out as a net 0, but sometimes it doesn't. So I think I really need to get to 290. Yeah, I think I need to get to 290 to break 300, right? Like, so I have a buffer, which is a lot. I'm at 355 right now. So it's like 60 skeins of yarn in a month. I don't know if I can swing it. But yes, today's Thanksgiving, so I'm not sure about how much knitting and crocheting I will get done. But I'm working on it. Working on the stashing down. I figure if I get to 350 for that, then I'm pretty good. Haley just landed. I just saw her text message. And I'll probably, next time I check in, I'll probably be with her. All right, it'll probably be on her vlog too, realistically. I always misplace my phone. Oh, there is like safety cones. Okay, gotta go, bye. Good morning, it is Friday, November 29th. We still have 3 more days of this turkey trot. It is not a trot, it is a marathon. I still have finished no turkeys, but I am much closer on them. So the goal is to finish 2 today. And that'll bring my total to 4, which I think is a pretty good. Oh, look, never wove in the end. Nope, just tucking that in. Excellent. Anyway, Shaylee and I were discussing last night that we're like, I'm tired of this. So I think it might have been too long to turkey trot. I think we should have just raced to see who could make 1 chicken the fastest. That probably would have been better. Or started on Thanksgiving. But yeah, I'm kind of like, ugh. I know I have most of the pattern memorized by now, so that's exciting. I'm on the head on my funfetti chicken, and then I didn't work anything on the other chicken, but that one's, I say maybe halfway done. So funfetti chicken just needs head, beak, comb, and underbelly, and then to put it together. So it's probably about another 2 hours or so on it, and then the other chicken's probably another 4 hours, I think. So hopefully done today-ish. We'll see how that goes. It is Black Friday, which is like, you know, peak consumerism in America, which is exciting. Yeah, so we're not really doing that much Black Friday shopping. Daniel, my husband, bought himself a slushy machine after deciding whether or not he wanted it for like 2 days, because he really likes kitchen gadgets. We do not have the space for kitchen gadgets. Like, we need those big, like Midwestern style kitchens where they're like huge and expansive. We don't have that. We've got a galley kitchen, which is an appropriate size, but like, we don't have the countertop space to have our gadgets out. So we have a cabinet in our garage where we put all of our kitchen gadgets, and then we have to like truck them out, because we don't have those, like, you know, like on Instagram where people have like the retracting doors that like hide their kitchen gadgets, so it looks like my countertops are not deep enough to do that. If I had retracting doors on my countertop, I'd have no countertop. So I just have, you know, the microwave on the countertop and the toaster. Like, I don't know, I think like most homes do. So we're getting his slushy machine. We're out of some groceries, and it may be ludicrous for us to try and go buy regular groceries on Black Friday, but our grocery list is getting long of the things that we're out of, and it's just like regular stuff like oatmeal and tortillas and nothing that's going to be on sale for Black Friday, but I'm just like, we're out of it. So we'll see how that goes. We might go to this thing, it's called SJ Made, which is like a craft fair. It's pretty large though. It's a Santa Clara Convention Center, and it's just a bunch of different, like, it's not really yarn, but it is like stickers and posters and t-shirts and stuff like that. So Dana wants to go, so I think we might try and give that a shot as well. We are decorating for Christmas. We have no idea where to put up our Christmas tree because my sewing machine is in the current Christmas tree spot. So I may have to take down my sewing machine and put it back up someplace else, or we're moving our Christmas tree somewhere else. And then we're gonna decorate our front yard. We only put lights on our fence though. We don't put it up on our eaves or our rafters because we're not that great at taking our decorations down. So then we're those people with the Christmas lights up in March. So, and March is not a great time for me to try and do anything because I have the show. So that's where we are. I am so excited that this is the second to last day of No Sit November. Haley and I have been doing 10,000 steps every day for the month of November, And there has been at least 6 nights where I'm late to getting it done, barely getting it done, or I'm stomping around my bathroom at like 10 o'clock at night to get my steps. Yeah, it's rough. It just doesn't happen some days. And especially with the turkey trot, right? Because I'm not moving while I'm crocheting. Chaylee gets steps while her Apple Watch registers crocheting as steps. But I just have a Fitbit, so mine's really just like a pedometer and a watch. I guess it's a heart rate monitor too, but it's not really great for the heart rate monitoring. It's really just a pedometer and like watch. So mine's considerably less sophisticated than hers. So we'll see. But here I am, second to last day. Tomorrow is the last day, but we have to get our steps early because tomorrow we're going to the San Jose Barracudas game, which should be super fun as well. And it's like a giveaway game. It's a mariachi night, which should be cool. Tigres del Mar are performing, I think. So that should be cool. And they're giving away like rally towels, which I might turn into a project bag because I have no use for a rally towel. But that might be a cute like project bag or yarn cozy. So we'll see. We'll see how big they are. But Daniel's coming and so is Dad. So I might be able to swipe Daniel's if I need more fabric. So there's that. I'm off to run in very, very cold weather. All right. Hopefully I will be showing you 2 finished chickens today. Fingers crossed. I have so much of this yarn still. This is ball number 2. I had 100 grams total. And I'm exhausted by it, but I'm almost done. And I already started the head, so the head is going to be the exact same color. It is a 1-color bird. And I have 2 more balls of similar yarn, which I don't know if I'm going to use to make a chicken because it exhausts me. I might just give it away at the yarn swap in February. Good morning, day 7, I think, of the turkey trot. I finished my funfetti chicken. I realized that it was miserable, and that's why it took me so long, because as soon as I started crocheting with yarn that wasn't like that art fluffy boucle yarn, so much faster, so much happier, such a better experience. So I have 2 more balls of it, and I put it in the destash pile because it's not fun and I'm not inspired to knit with it. And it was, my mother-in-law does philanthropy for her quilt guild, and they get a bunch of donations. So the yarn was donated to them. And oftentimes, because they're quilters, they can't really use their donated yarn. So they pass it along to either another crafter or someone, or they pass it along to like Goodwill or something like that. So this came in a bag of a bunch of other yarn. Some of the yarn was beautiful. Like there was some Moinoki, Mandy's Makings, Forbidden Fiber Company. I think it's Beach. Maybe it's Breezy Fibers. No, Beach. I don't know, something like that with lots of bees. So there's indie dyed yarn, which Chaylee, Dad, and I split up. And there's a bunch of other stuff, some cotton. But this was there too. And I was like, oh, I can make chickens out of it. And I can, but it's an absolutely miserable experience to do it. So I'm not doing it anymore. I am passing it along once again to be donated. So I think I actually probably would have made more chickens had I not had a poor yarn choice on my part. I do have 1 more set of fluffy yarn that I need to work with because Lottie wants it for the chicken that she's designed. And then that's it for the fluffy yarn, because there's sometimes a reason why people gave their yarn away, because it's pretty miserable to work with. I think it's actually worse to knit with than it is to crochet with, because you're having to jab into each loose stitch, and if you drop the stitch, it's over. Versus crochet, you can drop a stitch, but it's only that 1 stitch. Versus knitting, you can lose half your work, and then the whole darn thing unravels. So there's that. I finished chicken number 3 and am almost done with chicken number 4 because I kind of worked them in tandem, which is turning out to be great. I think Chaylee's done with chicken number 5, so I think she may have lapped me, but that's all right. The goal for this week was 3, and I'm done with 3, and I'll definitely finish this 4th. So we'll see. We'll see if I can bust out 5, which would be a big win for me. But we'll see how far I can get. Hopefully, at least through the fluffy yarn. I looked at my stash. I have used 25 skeins of yarn this month in November, which is a lot. Granted, some of them are small balls, but that's still a lot, right? Because I also count the small balls as stash. Yeah, 25 skeins out of stash is a huge win. I'm at the lowest amount of yarn I've ever been this whole year. I do have some yarn coming really soon, so I'm gonna jump back up, but I'm really trying to not let it run away from me. I have 4 skeins, which are currently under my Christmas tree, which I'm not counting. They're limbo skeins. So I'm not counting those. And I know I have 1 coming in the mail. So I have 5. Those 4 skeins under my tree are not full skeins. I think they may be 20 grammars, which is manageable to knit. I'm doing Nana's Visit by Imagine Landscapes. Today my girls have swim, which is exciting. Their times are split right now, so it kind of takes over our entire day to do swim, but I just found out that Eleanor's swim lesson will get moved to closer to her sister's once she turns 3. But she doesn't turn 3 until January, so there's that. Yeah. So that's all right. It's just a bummer. We really like the teachers each of the girls have, so we're trying to make it work. And then we are going to the Barracudas game afterwards, which should be great. It's a hockey game. We got glass seats, complimentary glass seats, because I've organized a couple group hockey games, and my rep is super sweet and super generous. He's like, "You want some glass seats?" And I'm like, "Amazing, yes please, that's cool." So we got 4 glass seats, and it should be really fun. I think that's all. My daughters have told me to come back quickly from running, because they want to play wedding. So we're gonna do that, and yeah, sounds good. Okay, Sunday, December 1st. I have pooped out on chickens. I don't want to make any more. I'm tired of them. Haven't made one, haven't finished one in like 2 days. Yeah, I don't want to make chickens anymore. Chaylee doesn't want to make chickens anymore either. We're done. I have a beak and 1 to assemble, and then I'm tapping out and I'm calling it good. I don't even think I might start 1 more, because Lottie picked the colors and she wants me to make it, and then I'll just work on it throughout December, but I'm done. I'm done making chickens. 8 days was too long to make the same object. Maybe if it was socks, I could probably do it, or maybe if it was hats or something. But yes, overall, I mean, I stash busted a bunch. I will count how many skeins I used up. We made chickens. It was great, but I'm done. We probably should have done it shorter, maybe 3 days, because we were super enthusiastic the first 2 days, and then after that, I'm like, I'm burned out. I'm done. Don't want to do this anymore. I want to work on something else. I'm not really good at monogamous crafting. I like to make different things. I like to mix it up. I like some like bigger projects that take me a long time, and then I like some projects that are pretty like quick. So plus it's December 1st. I want to do Nana's gnome. I want to work on her. The clue is bananas. I have no idea what I'm doing. It makes no sense to me, but it's a mystery, so it's fine. I want to do Nana's gnome. I want to cast on my new like North Star blanket. I don't think that's what it's called. I'm actually positive that's not what it's called. It's called something about star. Oh, the stars align. I want to cast on that. I am casting on this new pattern that I didn't even know about until this morning. It's by Rachel O'Connor of Creative Yarnaholic. I actually think this is her very first pattern, and it is an Advent pattern. It's an Advent friendly pattern, and she so generously gifted me and Shaylee a copy of it. So I busted through my stash looking for minis so I can start that right away too. So I have other things I want to do. It was probably a mistake to continue the turkey trot into December 1st because we're pivoting to Vlogmas, and I want to watch a bunch of different people's Vlogmases. Shaylee does Vlogmas, so I like watching what my sister does. Even though most things that Shaylee does, we chat about, and like I find out in real time, but not always. So that's fun. So I obviously watch our own Vlogmas because I like catching up with what my sister is doing. Who else are we watching? I think Blame the Knots might be doing it. I do watch Nitty Natty's Vlogmas, and I don't actually know who else is doing it this year. I know a bunch of people aren't doing it for various reasons. One of my favorite vloggers or YouTubers, I guess, Hannah of the Corner of Craft. She took a huge break from YouTubing because she was pregnant and then had a newborn. She still has a newborn. Her baby's only like 3 or 4 months old. But she usually does Vlogmas. She's not, but she's keeping up her regular posting schedule. So I'm glad she's back to YouTube, which is hard. It's so hard with a newborn because you're exhausted all the time. It's also harder as they get a little bit older and they're chatting, which is what happens a lot in videos and why I'm not that great at Vlogtober or Vlogmas, because my girls want to chat and share their opinions, and that's great, but not always what you looked for in knitting content. So if you got some Vlogmas recommendations, drop them below. Oh, I think one of a Kate does them too. So, and I know Sock Witchery does. There's a couple, maybe Lofty Loops, I think. There's some good ones out there. So drop a recommendation if there's one I haven't mentioned. All right, talk to you later. Bye.